What's up? What's up? Uh, uh, uh. I like to do a little dance every once in a while when I come out here because I do. I went to a great concert on Friday. I saw BBD, who was a part of New Edition, all-time favorite group. I saw In Vogue. I saw who else? SWV. Kim. Never seen Kim before. He gave a phenomenal performance. And Mary J. I didn't see all of Mary J. It was late. I was tired. I'd been standing up the whole time. Can't believe a fight broke out. Like, for real, for real. Somebody threw a drink on me. It was two women that just drunk. And next thing I know, I'm seeing windmills and hair getting. It was crazy. It was crazy. But other than that, it was a great time. I very rarely have a chance to get out, so it was good. I enjoyed it. So, all right, what we got to do, y'all? Yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying? If you've been with me, you know. All right, listen. If you're new to Doc Reid, go get my free ebook, The Forbidden Secrets of the Goodie Box, what your father didn't tell you and your mother didn't know. Great place to start. If you're new, following me, a lot of great nuggets in here about relationships. Go to my website, christopherreid.org, and download the free PDF or Kindle version of the book. All right, so let's get into the topic today. Why, ladies, do you make it so easy for men? Men don't have to do a lot, unfortunately, with some of you. And I just got a few questions that I just want to read off to you. And if you find yourself saying, yeah, that's me to any of these questions, then we got some things that we need to talk about. Okay, so are you dating a guy that you will routinely drop everything for to meet his needs? Okay. I mean, you could have been right in the middle of, working on your house, doing something out, running air. It doesn't really matter. But if he calls you, well, I'll be there. You put the cape and the tights on, you're out. Do you cancel your plans to accommodate him? Say you want to do your girls' night out thing with your girlfriends, or it could have just been something that you had planned for months. Okay, he hits you up, says, "Hey, listen, would you mind, doing X, Y, Z for me?" And you're like, "Yeah, sure, I can handle that." So in your mind, you're like, "How can I get all of this done, at once?" But it never occurs to you that you tell him, yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that. No, we wouldn't even think of doing that. Do you accept very little, okay, or nothing in terms of effort? Okay, so with you, have you conditioned him to believe that your requirements are minimal? Okay, there's not a lot that he has to do. Long as he shows up, okay, long as he's dressed for the performance, we're good. Okay, is that what you're communicating? But at the same time, all right, you out here, you doing it. Like I said, you cape and tights and briefcase and red bottoms. Here we come to save the day. I mean, you're out here. Do you apologize to him for not being perfect enough to meet his outrageous demands? Do you? Do you find yourself always saying, "I'm sorry," if that comes out of your mouth a lot? He asks you to do some things that is just like, seriously? Like, who in the world is supposed to be able to do that? But have you conditioned him to think that, oh, I should be able to do this. I should be able to handle this. And you've lost some objectivity to even know that he's asking you to do something that's nuts. Okay. Do you not know who you are or what you want outside of him? If you've been so wrapped up into what he wants and what he needs that the idea it has never even occurred to you what you want. Do you realize that there's some things that you have a right to need and want? Has it occurred to you? And so by not knowing what you desire, you really have never fully had an opportunity to know who you are. Who are you? I mean, seriously, Who are you? I'm not saying what do you do, and you're an accountant, you're an attorney, you're a nurse. No, 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 no. Who are you? Okay, this is something you never dove into, because honestly, who you thought you were was somebody that meets everybody else's needs. That has really been your identity. But I got news for you. That's not who you are. Um, have you been working your fingers to the bone to take care of a grown, able-bodied, lazy man? Have you done that? I mean, really, have you got this guy who maybe works if he feels like it, but you let him live off the fat of the land. You let him drive your car. He lives in your house. Maybe he drops you off. Maybe he's Jodie, my Jodie, from Baby Boy, and you make sure he's good. I mean, seriously, I know somebody. This guy ain't worked in I don't know how long. I don't even know why he doesn't work. I don't know if he gets disability, but there's nothing wrong with him. And her family has repeatedly, because you can only do so much, because people, they don't want to hear it. Has asked her, why do you allow him to not do anything? And if you say anything to her about it, she gets very defensive, very defensive. As if now they are married, but as if an attack on him is definitely an attack on her. But she's very comfortable with this, and that's her choice. But it's really totally out of balance. It's extremely out of balance. Okay, have you viewed being alone and at peace, mind you, okay, as being horrible, but being in a miserable relationship somehow is a better option? Have you done that? I mean, seriously, have you? I mean, because think about this. You're in this relationship with this guy. I don't know what he brings to the relationship. Maybe, I guess he brings himself. He's not doing anything for you. But you somehow have been conditioned to think this is a good thing. This is somehow a situation that one should be a part of. It's not. But being alone and being at peace, no drama, nobody making these outrageous demands, but somehow the spin on that has been one that is highly undesirable. I don't know, that to me, that's not what I would want for you. And so why is it that being alone, and to be alone doesn't mean that you have to be lonely, okay? And I think that's the fear, but why is that? So in asking why are you okay with, I would say, loving your neighbor and then ignoring and punishing yourself? Scripture says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. I think you got the neighbor part, you get an A on that. Yeah, you pass that with flying colors. But I'm not really sure why you have decided not to pick up the other side of that equation, okay? Because you are really being very harmful and bad to yourself. You're anemic. You are neglected. If I wish it was a way that you could kind of get like a virtual snapshot of how you are treating yourself. It's not good. So it's okay for you to love people. Okay, if you're in a relationship with God, that's fine. That's fine. But this doesn't mean that you throw yourself on the altar of love. This isn't love. Let's start there. That's not love. Okay, because love doesn't hurt like that. There should be some reciprocating value with love. And what you are experiencing is very one-sided. It's going out, It's not coming back. Okay. But have you been trained to believe that your needs and wants don't matter? See, now, Reverend, we're getting to the heart of something now. We're getting to something. That your needs and wants don't matter. See, you didn't just wake up one day and say, you know what? I think I don't want nothing. I think I don't deserve anything. I think that I am just not worth the flesh that I'm printed on. I don't believe that. I just refuse to believe that. I believe that somewhere along the line, you got the message that, Sister Diamond, what you want doesn't matter. And if you should ever desire to expect something, okay, you need to get the taste out your mouth. All right? Because it's not going to happen for you. And every time you try to expect something, okay, I'm going to communicate to you in a very clear way that you don't have the right and you don't deserve that. See, you got that message somewhere. I don't know if it was from mom, it was from dad, if it was from an institution, that had there was an authority in your life, but somewhere you got that message that you have no value. And once you hooked on to that, you became a peak performer. I mean, you became chief among them of those who are going to be concerned with everybody else and deny your own needs and desires. Well, listen, let me tell you something. I'm just a voice crying in the wilderness of these relationship streets, but I have come to tell you today that that's not right. That the devil is a lie. And no, you do deserve. Okay. See, for some of y'all, I might as well be speaking. It's like, it does not compute. It's foreign. It's like, I know he's speaking English. I've heard these words before. I just haven't heard them in this grouping. Okay. I haven't heard them arranged as such. And I don't know what this strange thing is that you speak, because it has something to do with you caring about you and loving you. It feels a little weird. So yes, you've been conditioned to serve at the pleasure of others, convinced that you don't matter. And it's like God told Adam and Eve, who told you that you were naked? Who told you this? Who told you that you don't matter? Who told you that you're insignificant? Because the translation is this. Who told you who I called good, you made in my image and likeness? That's a good. He looked at all that he had made and said, that's good. Who told you that that was bad? I don't know. Who told you that? So the problem is the people who communicated this to you had no idea who they were. Okay. So we're not in the business of throwing stones. Okay. We're not in the business of compounding the problem. No, we want to fix this. We want to correct this, because blaming other folks, that's not going to help you. And for a little while may make you, but there's still be an issue, because if somebody makes a mess, okay, somebody comes along, makes a mess on your floor, your kids, anybody, the dog, you can yell, I can't believe you, but somebody still got to clean it up. You know what I mean? I'm into the cleanup. Let's deal with the cleanup. Okay, so let's deal with belief system. You're not an indentured servant. I got news for you. Yeah, you're not an indentured servant. You are extremely valuable. That's why this is the international symbol of all things woman. Yeah, this right here is beautiful. It glistens. It's tough. Not hard. It's strong. You feel what I'm saying? It can be vulnerable, and it looks very delicate. It looks very you know what I mean? So you need to understand your true value. Okay, but you're not going to do that by continuing to be on the little hamster wheel. We spinning, we ain't going nowhere, but we getting there fast. But we when I tell you we ain't going nowhere. Um, but here's something that I don't want you to forget. If you're not valuable to you, you're not valuable to anyone. It has to start with you. Okay, so you have to start building up your own value in your eyes. All right, that's a process. It's not something that you do overnight. So if you identified, if at least one of the things that I rattled off, okay, in the questions at the very beginning, if you can say yes to any of those, you have some work to do. Yeah, you have some work to do. You have chosen to believe a lie. You have been bewitched. Mm-hmm. That doesn't sound like a witch. That sounds like a horse. Got to work on my impersonations. So if a man is willing, if he's comfortable, ladies, hear me and hear me clearly. If he is comfortable with allowing you to give in the relationship more than you're receiving, first of all, he has no idea who he is, and he has no idea of what the role is of a man in the relationship. Okay? Let's go to anatomy. Okay, your body is designed to receive. His body is designed to give. All right? Miles Monroe had made this point. Bless his rest his soul. So yeah, you're with somebody who has no idea who they are. So you have, for obvious reasons, believe that your identity is attached to being a doormat. Okay? Laying out, arms stretched wide, head down, and hey, here's my back. Have at it. I'll be your stepping stool. Okay? That's not who you are, but that's who you have believed you are. Now, for him, he has believed that his role is to take advantage of this. Okay? That he is totally supposed to receive. That just sounds, just having that come out of my mouth just sounds backwards. It just. So, anyway, if you have connected, identified with anything that I have said, and it's no shame. It's no shame. These things happen. And typically they happen to you. You typically were not given a choice at birth into what family, okay, you were born into, but you had to deal with the cards that you were dealt. And so now as we look to fix this pile that's on your floor, you have to clean it up. All right? So if you need help with that, you can reach out to me. You can do a consultation. It's free. And we can talk about what's going on with you and why you have been living the last 30, 40 years, sometimes 50 years, being a doormat. Okay? And we can get to the bottom of it, the heart of the matter, and go from there. Now, some of you I've shared that, all of you, I've shared that I have started a Facebook group. It's a Facebook coaching group. What is a Facebook coaching group? It's a group where you get coaching. And it is only $9.99. And the reason it's $9.99 is because I'm coaching. I go beyond what I'm doing in these videos, and I go deeper than what I do in these videos. And you have an opportunity to ask questions, and it's an exchange. You get the support of the other women. You get to hear what they're going through, to see that, you know what? Oh, she's a doormat too. She's done this. Oh, wow. She shares her story. And now the women, they post videos. And this is one thing that's so powerful about the group. They post videos about what they're currently going through and obstacles. And the things that you hear, like, they give me goosebumps. Okay, seriously. When these ladies share their stories, when they share what they had to endure, it blows your mind. And where they are now, and the challenges and the hurdles of having to overcome these devastating things that have happened to them and where they are now as they are facing their fears. Love is right there, okay, at their doorstep, and they have to make this decision. Okay, do I run following old programming? All right, or do I stand here in the face of what could be all things that I want and move forward, even though I'm terrified? Okay, and that's the culture of the group. See, there's I don't know of a group like this particular group. Okay, and you can hear that in the testimonials where I'm having men come out here, okay, and share with you as women, okay, things that they've done, why they've decided to make the decisions that they've made in relationships. Okay, being very transparent with you. Some of you have seen Chris McNeil, who I was on the Lexi show with. He's a guy that's coming out here and sharing with the women. We're doing webinars at their Q&A. And he was extremely transparent. Other guys that are from my Why He Married Her Instead of You video, coming out here expounding on the things that they've already talked about. So I wanted something that was unlike anything else that I had seen out there. And I believe, based off the feedback from the women, it is that every Thursday I do a live Q&A. I have a topic and talk about based off what the women want to hear, and we dig deeper into it. And like I said, it's an exchange. So right now this is a very one-way conversation. Okay, I'm talking to you, but you can't respond to me. And but I wanted a culture where I bring everybody together and every joint supplies, everyone sharing. So it's very powerful. So anyway, if you're interested in that, you can only join. You can't just look it up on the name of it on Facebook and join that way. You have to go to my website, ChristopherReid.org. At the bottom of the page, you'll see a link to join the group. It'll send you to the page where you'll join and you're in. Okay? So if you're interested in that, love to have you and have you be a part of this closed private group where lives are definitely being changed. So anyway, for those of you who I still do these videos, if you enjoy that and you like getting it at a surface level, that's cool too. Hopefully that helps you. But listen, I'm out of here. Be blessed. Hopefully you make a decision to change your life for the better. Okay? And I'll talk to you later. Peace.